there's enjoyment in the mind of um looking for patterns, but there's no way to know. That being said, there was noting recently that just having, not completely, but it like with some friends just having the experience of them tolerating tolerating um the recognition that's happening and continues to dawn here is kind of sad. That like that's not much to ask for. And yeah, it feels like fast. The There was walking with a new friend today, and them asking a question that we ask. I don't even remember which one. What do you do? What have you been up to? Something. And I also don't remember what was said in response, but it was unfiltered. And at a certain point, this friend, I needed to sit down. There was total recognition what was being described. There was tension and then release, the body just releasing and opening. It happened multiple times on the walk, multiple times of stopping walking and like, and then similar to the old friend from San Francisco that I met at the meeting, and there was just pointing, and then so there's initial um recognition of freedom, recognition, and then there might be doubt or fear thoughts, and then there's more pointing, that how that doesn't need to go away. It doesn't mean anything about anything. That too is recognized effortlessly. Um, there's no doer of that. And then similarly again, there was then sharing how this has always been known. It just wasn't known that it was known. It's so fascinating because there wasn't support or I don't know what you call it, is support or validation or something at those times. It was like shut down. But this new friend also in a way is like I know these aren't really things, but like more advanced in a way that like despite what could be experienced as a lot of pressures to remain in the illusion, they're asserting themselves. Asserting is happening on a like on the relative plane around just meeting experience and it being allowed to be what it is and to be okay and to be fully like for the arc or the for it to be full. Um and they had also had encounters with emptiness and then had um fear thoughts. So it was so nice to be able to um relate and reassure and um yeah. So I don't know. Like I imagine, because I'm hearing it, that this is just more and more ubiquitous. And that would make sense because it doesn't belong, it doesn't belong to individuals. It's not something individuals acquire. And also, it feels like it's happening very fast. So there's also been descriptions encountered previously of life organizing and flowing more and more freely in support when there's recognition of what we actually are. More like I never read it, so A Course in Miracles or something. And so it feels many things at once. It feels so incredibly ordinary. It feels less and less special all the time. It feels totally natural that life is opening more and more this way, not this person's life, like existence or life, I don't know. Um, and it feels like a gift also that is pouring in or orienting to what's occurring localized. And and there was immediately connecting this new friend to a particular teacher with the caveat that that might not at all be a good fit or of interest or even needed. Um, but that too is brand new. Um, Previously, there was waiting or it wouldn't dive in so deeply and directly. But also, it feels like it's in relation to this new friend. It feels like the shift happening there is full on already and happening very fast. And really, all that what is being offered is support that there's nothing wrong with what's happening and sharing the recognition of what's being described. So it doesn't feel like there's much that they would need from me or that I could offer that isn't already fully um that there isn't already fully momentum for there. which also feels different. Like there's for the people either that don't know what the hell I'm talking about but feel drawn to me, or the people that feel drawn to me and are having, it's like shifting, like something here is supporting the ongoing shifting, that there is a place for pride to like this particular discomfort and coziness with pride arising periodically. With this new friend, it's a different discomfort and comfort. So the discomfort is that there's no pride possible. They're trucking. Like there's not really much that was really, it was like a pittance in a way, what was offered here. It was so there was such readiness already there. It was like really obvious. It was more almost like it was a relief for it to be validated, but it's already full on happening there. Um, so there's um a relief in there's a different kind of relief, discomfort quality for the person, for the Sarah person. Um, yeah, no room really for pride, which is a relief. But then there's also discomfort because of the socialization around hierarchies and I don't know, there's something around roles, like roles being some sort of comfort because they're like I don't know what we're gonna be to each other. Um, we're both already like clear that friends are like a made up thing. That a body mind is like spontaneously new every moment. It's not, there's not consistency. Um, and then also neither of us like needs anything from each other because it's just trucking, it's just going already. So I don't, so there's like, that's the discomfort in a way. Like, I don't, it's like feels very open and new, and I don't know what it's going to be. And yeah. And then they're like, well, I won't say that part because I don't want to, I was going to say where they live, but that would kind of out them and the video if I want to upload this. Um, but yeah, so it'll be potentially if there's like ongoing desire to stay connected. And even that is like, it was so nice. It's so fresh and so nice. The honesty about like sometimes there's wanting to be around people, sometimes there's not, sometimes like it's just like that deep listening to the organism. And so that's wonderful. And as a result, like this is a person where there will be complete freedom to have no plan, to have nowhere we're getting to, nowhere we're going, no requirement of any consistency or maintaining a status quo or being a certain type of way, um, which is so liberating and also like training wheels off, man, like total free form unknown, complete unknown. Who knows? And that's it's like It's like the big drop on a roller coaster. Like, whoa. And also at the same time, the most natural, it's so not special. It's so natural in that in the honesty, the clearness, the direct communication, there's no drama at all. No drama. So that also feels so even and not not something in a wonderful way. Not a bliss way, like the total neutrality. Life is just fully itself, man. It's just doing itself. It it just continues to be pure comedy that thoughts ever appeared to think they know something about what this is, what's happening, what's gonna happen. It is cute. It is adorable that thoughts ever seemed to be about this. And like less and less do I know what day it is, what time it is, what is happening, what, yeah, the meaning making and the tracking. It's just going and going and going and going. There was the friend with Asperger's. I gotta, it doesn't feel right anymore to like keep saying that. But it is significant in a way because it's a very particular type of relating, a very particular human condition. But anyway, they asked me to go for a walk. They had asked on Saturday and then they called today to ask to go tomorrow, but I can't. And I offered some time, so we're gonna go Saturday. That is very weird on a human level. Like on a through the Sarah character, it's very weird that that's happening. Why? Because why? Why is that weird? It's weird in that it feels full on like being on the ride. I don't know what the hell. I don't know why there is hanging out. I also don't know why there wouldn't be. I know why there wouldn't have been. I guess that's why it's weird. Because I because there was growing up in this world, growing up and learning what the world says is normal or good or right or like even my neighbor who's pretty mentally ill and kind of a little nosy and um before I knew all these things, I had he, I told him about my recovery program. When this particular friend that I'm going to go for a walk with when he had come by and picked me up when we went to a jazz show one night. The next day, this neighbor guy had asked if I'd relapse. Like it probably looked like it looks like someone, it looks like a sex worker going out on a date with a guy. That's how it appears. That's how it probably appeared. This being the sex worker. Like that's how it probably appeared. Like just these societal norms or standards around functioning, mental, what is it? What is it? Just like normalcy or there's something like the gatekeeping or what is it? It's like this funneling that there's like this funneling of factors that the more funnels you can get through, like past the test, the higher up the ladder, this imaginary ladder you are. And then there are ideas about people near each other on the ladder sharing time or something or space or and weirdness if it's otherwise, which is also that itself is very weird and totally natural. Like it's what animals do in a way. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, and I also like what I'm saying also isn't that true about like the former version of Sarah, because the former version of Sarah also was like voted nicest in like a school of 1,500 people. It like there hasn't ever been quite the buy-in around that stuff. But also there was a history of forcing it a little, like shoulds around it. And this does not feel like a should at all. There's no like calling him and offering other times and then making the plan is so obvious. Like while it's happening, it's obvious now that there was no one doing that. Like that is life doing that. Like I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know if there's a reason for anything at all, ever. Um, but it's what's happening. So then I laugh. I laugh like, yeah. I will say that he is somebody that has the capacity, the total capacity, total tolerance for complete honesty and directness, and is also quite honest and direct. And in this world, that's a fucking superpower. Although his experience his whole life has been that that is weird, deviant, wrong, less than. That too is hilarious. Like it's actually for this body mind when he is trying to be like what he learned to do to socialize to get along. When he's doing that, that is the worst. That's when it's most uncomfortable. Like, don't try so hard. You don't have to do that. Yeah. So yeah, when he asked on Saturday about the walk, they was saying, I'm up for that. I think I already said this, but like I'm up for that if we don't really talk. Share space. I talk too much. If we don't, I'd love for hanging out, but I prefer not to talk too much. Like maybe he'll be my best buddy for not having to actually conjure words and meanings and explanations that are superfluous and after the fact anyway, totally unnecessary. Amazing and cool that that capacity exists, but yeah, maybe he'll be my buddy at we have to tell you. So weird. It's all so wonderful and weird and surprising. And while there's seems to be more and more falling away, at the very same time, there's more and more, there's going to be lots of negatives, positive negatives. Anyway, this is going to be a no, not, this is going to be a nonsensical sentence, but there's also more and more, I missed it. Every time I qualify, I lose what's being qualified. There's more and more not being excluded. So as there's whole chunks of belief and selfing in person like falling away, there is also complete, more and more complete embracing, including of all of those qualities also. Is that possible? Like it's working like a candle burning at both ends. No, it's burning at one end and being built up at another end in a new way or something. Like it doesn't belong to anyone or need any or mean anything. So it's free to be there. Nothing, it doesn't have to be excluded. Because it's if it's something or seems to be something, it has nothing to do. So it doesn't have to go away, but it also does fall away. Disintegration and integration at the same time, I guess. Fucking hot, man. It's life fucking itself. It's penetration and opening and penetration and opening. So fucking hot. Hmm. Yeah, I liked Ananta saying that today when she and Lisa Kynes were chatting. Oh, yeah, so yummy. It was totally recognizable. Like, yeah, totally, girl. Totally. Mhm.